The majority of aluminium is cold stamped into use in the automotive market, and therefore is delivered in a state or a temper known as T4 or T4P. This is pre-aged condition and allows it to generate strength after a paint bake treatment, which will happen in the paint shop after assembly. This requires the use of a continuous annealing solution heat treatment line or similar equipment, which is quite expensive for the aluminium company to purchase and requires quite a high order book in order to make the best use of its capacity. Therefore, there's quite a high barrier for any new entrant into the market to try and equip themselves with such technology. So by using HFQ technology, we've been able to combine that heat treatment practice that would happen in a solution heat treatment line with the forming process. So by forming at high temperature, the first step is to solutionize, and then we achieve the correct forming temperature, and then we quench, which then allows us to achieve the properties following an aging process. So thereby we can take material in a temper such as the current T4P, but also F temper or O temper, which allows the material supplier to not have to invest in those continuous annealing lines. So the use of F temper means that the material doesn't have to be solution heat treated or aged or go through additional processing, which means that there's lower energy going into that material by the time it reaches our process. Our process also heat treats the blank rather than the whole coil, which is another aspect of doing continuous line. There's obviously some advantage, some benefits to doing the full coil, but by only heat treating the blank, it means that all the material from the press shop as well, the waste from the coil is also unheat treated, and therefore the energy into that is lower. So what's going back into recycling has lower energy, and what we're then taking forward into the car also has lower energy. So by using F temper or O temper material and widening the potential suppliers into the market, then that obviously benefits the end user having a widened supply chain. That also means potentially in line with the carbon footprint as well, that supplier could be closer to the source of use. So setting up a closed loop system and recycling any material back to that original user also becomes easier and requires less road miles, less energy intensive. So by broadening the supply chain also, potentially that's beneficial for purchasing. It allows people to have a wider choice of suppliers into their market, and they can make other parameters their priority, such as sustainability. So the automotive industry wants to have high quality, low cost, and meet its sustainability targets. And by focusing on the use of F temper material, permitted by the use of HFQ technology, and its other benefits such as part integration, lightweight, and the complexity of the shapes that can be formed, permitting the design choices that is the future of the automotive industry, then HFQ can help the automotive industry to achieve its aims for the near term and the long term.